In the last episode, Lloyd challenges Newman to a duel in Lloyd's room. Habule asks him if he confidence to win, to which he replies, "Of course not. How a loser like him could win against the senior knight? Is he an idiot or something?" Habule was confused about him. After he managed to get a lot of contracts to build the heating room, and after getting permission from the Baron to use the soldier, he causes a huge fight with one of the knights, knowing that he will lose. I just can't understand what he is thinking about right now. All I want for now is to cut this dirty hand. Lloyd then asks Habule if he can teach him how to use a sword. Absolutely not. How he can let some scumbag like him learn to use a sword? He will just cause more and more troubles than before. But Lloyd told him that if he was going to teach him swordsmanship, he would treat his insomnia in exchange. Habule was surprised how he knows about that. Of course, this is from the novel. In the novel, the rank of the knight is divided into 4 levels. Xavier is an advanced sword expert and will soon become a sword master. This is why he can't sleep. It's a condition called swordmaster syndrome. Lloyd asks him again if he will accept the deal or not. Habule has nothing to lose anyway, so he accepts it. He was positive that Lloyd will fail to treat his insomnia. He tried all kinds of stuff, but still didn't work. Lloyd managed to treat him with no problem, and now all Habule's sword skills will be his. In the morning, Habule's face was like a baby. He really slept well. He told Lloyd to do 50 laps. Lloyd didn't complain. That was a surprise. Lloyd did his first lap, then his second lap, and then his third lap with no problem. He will keep running no matter what. He will be lying if he said this wasn't tiring him. But this is nothing compared to when he was in the real world. He didn't have a family to warm him. He was carrying bricks to the 4th floor every day and loaded trucks with boxes all night. All of this just to feed himself, and always wishing it will get better someday. Hang in there. It will get better. This pain and despair is nothing compared to that time. Lloyd was running all day long without complaining. Habule has no choice just to teach him his sword skill. In the Baron office, he was talking with Newman. He thought that his son's sanity had come back. "It seems like I misunderstood him." He told Newman that he can't stop this duel, but still Lloyd is his successor, so don't be harsh on him. Just bring him back to his sanity. While Newman was walking, he thought to himself that he would kill this piece of crap, no matter what, and if the Baron tries to stop him from doing so, he will just kill him too, and then leave this village and move to a bigger place. It seems that his plan is moving faster than he expected, and this is thanks to that moron. A month later, the day has finally come. Everyone gathered to witness this duel. Newman asks him if he is ready now, to which he replies, "Of course. Be prepared to get hit." Everyone was mocking him for bringing in a shovel into a sword fight. He is not taking it seriously. This whole thing is just a game to him. But the only one who knows the truth is Habule, because he was with him all the time. He was doing his basic training every morning, and then he went straight to the construction site to teach the other engineer about the heating room, and in the night, he practices with the sword with him. This isn't the spirit of someone who's just playing around. The fight started. Newman started his attack, but Lloyd managed to stop it without any problem. He then swung his sword again on him, and for the second time, Lloyd was able to stop his attack. His moves were incredible. Lloyd didn't choose this shovel for nothing. He can use the blade of the shovel as a shield, and can use it to cut. Not only that, but you can also use it like a pogo stick. This is madness. Newman charges on him, but Lloyd uses his sword skill with the shovel and stops all his attacks. This must be a joke. How the weak, prophetic drunkard and scum bastard becomes this strong. Lloyd was using a skill called Synchronized Tool. It allows him to become one with the shovel. Newman has had enough. He doesn't have a choice anymore. The mana is moving from all around his body to end up in his heart. He will use the mana heart. Newman is now ready to end Lloyd's life once and for all. He charged at Lloyd with his maximum speed, and then swing his sword toward Lloyd's head. With Newman power, he will be able to smash his shovel and then break Lloyd's skull. Lloyd was about to die. He takes the hit, but there is something wrong. All Newman power was gone. This is the 4th weapon he brought to him. It's a mana technique that made Xavier the strongest man in the novel. A Smayancore technique. This technique allowed him to suck the mane from Newman. It's Lloyd's turn now. He smashed Newman's face with the shovel so hard that one of his teeth flew in the sky. And before he can even react, Lloyd hits him again. And to end the fight, he lifted his shovel up in the sky and then destroyed Newman's back head, smashing the ground. This is unbelievable. No one understands what just happened. Lloyd has won the duel. Newman was humiliated over this. Lloyd stood on the top of him and told him he had won the duel, and since he lost, it's time to get what he deserved. His father was shouting at him to stop. But Lloyd was just beating the hell out of him nonstop. The soldier ran to stop him from beating Newman. Everyone thought he lost his mind, But if you look closely at the places that he hits, you will notice that he is hitting him in specific places. It was like he already saw this coming. Did he know everything from the get-go? But he well deserved his win. His father is still shouting at him to stop humiliating. This night Lloyd stops for a second and asks his father to look under the table cover and see if he really deserves any kind of respect. His father found some letters, and when he read them, he was shocked. It was information about him and his royal family. Newman was surprised how he managed to find this letter. His father will not punish him. He has a good heart to do that. Lloyd told his father that they can throw a huge hamster on him and then exile him once and for all. Or we just demoted him into a regular soldier. Because of his father's good heart, he decided to demote him, to give him a second chance to repent about what he did. Newman thanks him for his mercy. Lloyd knows very well that this kind of person will never leave him and his father alone. He will take his revenge no matter what. But Lloyd said that this will be his last smile. Newman didn't know what he meant by that. Lloyd then gives his hamster the red seed and throws it in the sky. Lloyd looked at Newman with an eye full of hate and disgust and then said to him, "The best method of asking for forgiveness is nothing." The hamster eats the seed and becomes huge. Everyone opens their mouths from shock. This can't be real. Newman screamed for the last time and smashed in the ground. Lloyd finally solved the problem of this rat once and for all. In the morning, Lloyd decided to build a road just like in Rome. This will get him a lot of attractions. In the town, Habil suddenly asks him where he learned all this stuff that they never heard about before, and how is he able to summon a huge level of magic out of blue. Is he really his young master? Lloyd Habil is doubting his identity. Lloyd knew from the beginning it was just a matter of time till he became suspicious. He must act quickly before Habil does anything to him. There is only one way to solve this problem. Lloyd uses his special skill, persistence. Lloyd argued with Habil non-stop, and in the end he manages to convince him that he is just like him, and then walk away. Lloyd told Brian to look after the arrangement while he was gone. Him and Habil have some place to go. It's time to get their revenge. In a small town called Rodinia Estate, the real estate scammer Thords was hiding in a bar. He lost a lot of money because of Lloyd, but still hiding from him and the people that he took their money. But suddenly, Lloyd comes through the door. He entered the room and told him that his name is Lloyd Frentra, and he must know very well why he is here. Right now Thords was terrified. They needed to run away, so they jumped through the windows, and right before they land, Habil was waiting for them with his sword out. He told them to surrender or else they will get in trouble. It was just like Lloyd expected. They would jump through the windows, so he needed to wait at the alley. Sword Soldier is a magician. He uses dark magic. It will be the first time that Habil faces one of them. The soldier attacks Habil with magic, but he takes it with his sword. But the magician uses the gravity magic on it. The gravity smashed Habil's body, but little did he. Juan Xavier now has a mana heart with 3 circles. He cut his magic like it's nothing. Sweat starts to come out of the magician's face. He then runs away, leaving Thords all by himself. Habil then confronts him, asking him if he knew the punishment of scamming a nobleman. He will cut off his legs, so he will have to crawl to the court. But before he did it, Lloyd stopped him. He told him that if he did that, he would also be punched. Habil was surprised by what he said. Is Lloyd actually sympathetic to someone else now? After they catch him, they tie him in a chair and then start talking. Thords begged them to forgive him. He will do anything to pay them back. Lloyd told him that he will forgive him, but number one condition. All he is going to do is to sign this simple contract. But when Thords asks what this contract is about, Lloyd responded to him and said it's just a work contract. He will even pay him too, but 80% of his salary will be taken as a repayment, and his payment would be done after 520 years. Thords' soul nearly comes out of his body, as expected. How the hell did he miss it? Of course, he will not kill him or take him to court. He will milk him out till he goes dry. Thords told them that this contract doesn't make sense whatsoever, but there are only 2 ways to do this. Either he signed it with himself, or they will force him to do it. There is no escape from the inevitable. His life now belongs to Lloyd from now on. And after a few days, Lloyd made an employee recruitment notice. A lot of people come to apply for the job. Lloyd was surprised about that many people. One of the citizens asked if he can apply for the job, but before he does that, he wants to thank him a lot. His child always gets cold in the winter, but thanks to him, he will never be worried about him aging. Lloyd feels ashamed after hearing this. All he wants to do is to rib those poor citizens. They told Lloyd that he have a siblings in the nearby estate called Racona Estate, and he was wondering if he could construct this heating room there. Oh yes, this is what he was waiting for. He will charge them double the cost to build them the room. After all, he will never change this scumbag. Lloyd was talking to Habil. He tells him that in the end, the tree will no longer be enough for them, and for now, they will cancel the road. to dig up the bituminous coal and then sell it at a high price. He will make a ton of money doing that. Lloyd asks him if he thinks he's being unfair. Mean he only does that so they can still pay their estate's debt. Habul understands his motive, but still, a lot of barons try again to dig the bituminous coal, but in the end, the cave collapses because the ground is too weak. But he is not like them. With the modern era's excavation technology, he will be able to do it easily. Let's start. There is a lot of preparing to do. Lloyd has really changed a lot from what he used to be. In the cave was another threat. A red eye was wandering inside it. Huge giant ants are waiting for their next meal. If you want part 3, destroy the like button and subscribe so you don't miss it.